Oh man, it feels good outside. The kids are playing with their chalk and I'm out here sipping sweet tea. There was something I wanted to talk about. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, and unfortunately I had to be laid off from my current position in the chiropractor office that I was working in, which is okay because now I get to adventure out into what I truly want to do, which is act and to submit myself to agencies to see if I get anywhere. I was waiting to do that because of how much I work, but I think now is probably the perfect opportunity to try to do that. Although it's pretty interesting how things work out, I think I definitely have a cool road ahead of me, so I just wanted to keep y'all updated and let you know what was going on. It's going to be a positive thing, and I am super stoked. Now I can start uploading more videos. Keep in mind that this was nothing personal, though no hard feelings at all. Now, in March is when I start both of my classes for acting, and I'm really excited for that because I'm ready to start doing what I love. And I just hope that if it does start a career and if I am able to utilize that in a way that is going to benefit me financially, then that's just an added bonus. That's exciting. I'm just super excited for what's to come. And it's crazy because in July it's going to be 2 years since Edgar passed. Crazy. And I would never be where I'm at right now if he was still alive. I may have, but it would have just taken a lot longer. So, a few of my goals for this year. Number 1 is to fix my teeth. Second thing is obviously my acting. Third thing is continue to get my credit up. But more specifically, I want to be in short films this year, at least 2 short films if I can. And then I want to at least get in 1 commercial by the end of the year. That's my goal. What are some of y'all's goals? Also, have y'all heard about this, like, the artificial intelligence thing? There's literally this, you can YouTube it. There's this girl named Sophia. Well, not girl, robot. There's a robot named Sophia. And she talks, like, about ending the world, and there's all these robots that have these discussions about, they've got this deep, this like dark humor. It's weird. Y'all should look it up. It's freaking weird. If they started creating those robot things, that would be creepy. They'd be taking over our jobs, and it'd be kind of weird. Okay, so I wanted to tell y'all a story. This is really gross, but I thought it'd be funny for some of y'all. Or I thought you'd think it's funny. I lived in an upscale neighborhood for a while, and when I was there, a group of friends, we all used to play in the neighborhood, you know, like back in the old days, how everybody's supposed to play outside and have fun, not sit and text on phones all day. Like, that was not our idea of fun when I was little. So we'd go outside, we'd play, we'd run around the neighborhood and stuff, and that was like one of my favorite things to do, especially after school or on the weekends. And we had this really big creek. It was behind a lot of people's houses. It like ran behind several houses. And the creek, like, it had little walkways across it, so that way you could walk across, and it was kind of cool. But the little bridges that you could walk across had the water would be so high that it was covering the bridge just a tad. Just a little bit, so the water was level with the top of the bridge. It wasn't really a bridge, it was just like a brick pathway. It was level, it wasn't like curved like that. But anyway, there'd be like fish and stuff in there, and like weird, not like cute fish or anything, but just like basic ass fish. Those basic fishes. It was me, 2 guys, and another girl, I think. I was like a tomboy back then, so I kicked it with the dudes, like, because I basically thought I was one. So we're on this bridge, and we're like, I'm right here, Another person's right here, another person's in the middle of us, and then there's this guy Danny who is holding this huge wooden stick. And right when he turned around, he used the stick and he like turned this way and he knocked my ass into the creek. Yeah, and guess what was in there? A big, like 5-foot beaver, a dead beaver. I was like, I was flipping my shit. I lost my cool and it was disgusting because I couldn't touch the ground. Like, I slipped right in and this thing was right next to me, dead and gross and like rotting. It was so disgusting. They helped me out, but I was obviously soaking wet and I smelled like rotten mustard with fish guts. It was horrible. I'm like, that's what you do that for? You need to watch what you're doing. Blah, blah, blah. I was pissed. I can't believe I fell in with a dead beaver. That's absolutely disgusting. So I go home and I walk in and I'm expecting my parents to be like,
oh my gosh, sweetie, what happened to you? Are you okay?
But when I get in, they didn't even ask me why I was soaking wet. So I went upstairs and washed off all the fish guts and whatever else was on me. And when I walked back downstairs, I'm like,
where is everybody? I want to tell you the story about me falling in the creek with a dead beaver. Like, this doesn't just happen on a day-to-day basis, okay?
But nobody was there. And I really don't remember if, like, people even remember that. But it was traumatizing. I don't think I've even seen a beaver before this. It was horrendous and it was disgusting. Oh, and then one time, so in the same neighborhood, same group of friends, we had this big pond that was like in our neighborhood. And there used to be ducks there all the time. So this guy, Danny, finds these duck eggs. And I don't know, there's some weird stuff about like if you find duck eggs or they get touched by something that's not the mother, then the mother will abandon them. Well, the mother for some reason abandoned her eggs. They were under these branches. You could tell a duck hadn't been sitting on them bitches for a while. This dude decides to pick up the egg and crack these eggs. He broke rotten eggs.
Oh my gosh. What is that?
I think all of us threw up. It was that bad. It was that disgusting. If you've ever smelled rotten eggs, then you know what I'm talking about. That is no joke. People, like everyone was puking and barfing like, it was so gross. That group of friends was just stupid. Another time we went to, in the same neighborhood, same group of friends again, there was another pond and you could walk up it and there was like a little gate that led to the back of a school. Obviously there's a playground there because it's an elementary school. So this group of friends and we all go. It's like, I don't know what, 1 a.m. or something. Yeah, it was late. Yes, I snuck out in the middle of the night to go to the park. We start walking and we're like with a big group of friends this time. There's like people from other neighborhoods. It's like 12 of us probably. We go to the park and we're sitting there and we're hanging out. We're like under the park and I don't know how the hell cops knew we were there. But someone either called the cops, mad girlfriend snitched. I don't know what the deal was, but someone called the cops. So the cops come and there's like 2 cop cars. They pull up in the parking lot and this is a huge field. This big ass field is where they had field day. There's like 2 different whole park areas where you could play baseball or kickball or whatever else. Like it was a ginormous, like probably 2 acres wide or an acre wide. It was huge. And so all the homes were way over here. We walked like through the gate and you have to walk all the way across the field to get to the playground where the school's at. So right where the school's at, the cops pull around to the side of the school and they get out. They have their light like shining on the playground and they're like,
stop right there, y'all stay right there.
And they're coming and I'm like,
why is no one moving? Like, fuck this, I'm leaving.
So I started chopping it, like I was like across the field. And then people started following me like, duh, run.
We're not doing anything and I'm not getting in trouble. My parents ain't gonna find out.
I don't think I was even touching the ground. And keep in mind, I'm barefoot. I'm barefoot the whole time, so I have stickers on my feet, and oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. We go into this neighborhood because there was my neighborhood, and then there was a second neighborhood next to mine. But they were gated, so if you wanted to get through, you'd have to jump the fence. And that neighborhood was closer to where we were running from, and so that's where I went. I don't have time. Those cops are right behind me, like I gotta make a choice. So I ran to the neighborhood that wasn't mine. So I jumped this little fence. Everybody's coming behind me, and then some other people split off to my neighborhood. Other people went the opposite direction, and I have no idea where they were going. But it was hilarious. Like, this whole time I'm laughing my ass off. It was so freaking funny. I don't know why I was laughing so hard. I guess it was like I was running from the cops. Like, that's funny. I mean, not like I would never do that again because I don't ever get in trouble, but I'm just saying, like, at the time, being a young, dumb kid, it was funny. And so I'm over there like...
Oh, shit.
You know, like in between two houses, you can like go where their like AC unit is or something. So I run to the middle of these two houses, and then this big ass dog was like freaking out. So I'm like, nope, not this house. So I'm like, I run to a different house, and I finally find a good spot. I find this big bush where I'm like, I feel safe. I'm like hiding under this bush, like. And I had fun with this. Like, I felt like I was in the CIA doing like some badass like hiding tricks. Like, I thought that I was a Ninja Turtle and I was getting away from master crime. I would never do that again, but it was funny. So I don't know where anybody else is because I'm by myself at this point. But then you start seeing cops roaming the neighborhood. Finally, I make it back to my neighborhood, but I'm basically in the backyard of someone else's house trying to figure out how I can get out of someone's backyard. So I had to hop a fence, and I twisted my ankle really bad doing so. It was probably the height of my own fence in my backyard. So it was probably that from there all the way to there. So I had to make the plunge, and when I did so, I twisted my ankle. The moment I'm about to walk out onto the street, a cop goes down the street, and I'm like, crap, I just want to go home. Like, I didn't even care where anybody else was. I just wanted to be home. I was pissed at myself for even being out that late. I wait for the cop to go by, and I sneak back to my house. Everybody else is hiding behind a brick wall, waiting for me because they wanted to make sure that I was okay. And I was just so happy to be home. Had a pretty interesting childhood. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and chit chat with you guys for a little bit. It is freaking gorgeous out right now. And if you are not outside, then you're doing something wrong. It's too pretty to be like sitting inside, right, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have one?
Mm-hmm.
I want more.
Mm-mm.
One.
This is mine.
But I always share my food with you. I don't understand that. I seriously don't understand Texas weather. How is it 70-something degrees and then 20 degrees and then 70-something degrees and then 20 degrees and then 60 and then 5 degrees? Makes absolutely no sense. And I don't understand it at all.
No sense.
No sense at all.
No sense at all.
No sense at all. Look at my sweet baby girl. He's the cutest thing I've ever seen. He won't let me cut his hair though. Why won't you let me cut your hair? Holy was crawling next to my fucking head. Oh fuck, it's flying. It won't. Okay, I got it. I do not deal with spiders. I do not have spiders. Y'all let me know if you want more story times. Other than that, I'm going to leave y'all to your day. I hope you guys enjoy this amazing weather, and I hope you get to go outside and play in it and have fun and enjoy time with your kids.
Bye.
Say we love you.
We love you.
We love you.
We love you.
say, have a good day.
I did it.
Have a good day.
I did it.
Bye, guys.
Where are you going? I got him right here.
Let me see your Ugg boots. Let me see your boots.
Yeah, mine.
You ruined them. But anyway,
Martha.
it's a unicorn.
Oh, so too.
It's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
I like cutes.
You like cutes?
What do you say?
So this video, I really don't know what I want to do in this video. And he would turn around. Oops. And the first time I have an encounter with one. No, scratch that.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, babies.
It's too mean.
Take it. Hurry before it falls. That one is mine. Why is it when you share all your stuff with your kids, but they never share anything with you? Well, I shouldn't say never. My kids actually do. Hey! Can't feel low.
Hey!